Okay, we are here today to tape. We have our 3 participants and myself.
If you thought a picture is worth 1,000 words, this image found on Google called Buckle Up Brutus shows what I will be discussing. Let me persuade you to keep your child in a rear-facing seat for as long as possible. I'm here to persuade you on an important topic that rings into many new parents' thoughts. What direction should my child be facing and why? Parents should keep their child rear-facing as long as possible for many reasons, starting with crash dynamics, discussing a child's growth and development, where a child does not have the upper body strength as a normal adult. To the design of the car seat are just a few ways to keep your infant safe when in a moving vehicle. Let's first discuss what happens in a crash and why we need to keep our child in a rear-facing car seat. Crash dynamics. According to the Injury Prevention and Crash Dynamics module within the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration course, every collision includes 3 different phases. The first phase is when a vehicle encounters an abrupt halt, when a vehicle encounters an abrupt halt. The second phase that occurs involves a passenger coming to an abrupt halt as well. This is because passengers are traveling at the same speed as the car, and since the car moving, the passenger has to stop moving as well. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. The third phase involves the internal organs of a human or whatever's in the vehicle. Since the car crashes into an object and stops, the passenger comes to a halt, meaning our internal organs come to a halt at the same speed as everything else does. Now that you know about the 3 phases that occur during a collision, understand how a child grows and develops after birth is another important factor to keep your child rear-facing as long as possible. Child growth and development. After a baby is born, through the first years of its life, it is easy to see their head is a larger size. This large size is when a child is forward-facing, is what leads and experiences many of the crash forces. According to Dennis Durbin's article called Child Passenger Safety, an infant's bones are soft and undeveloped. Due to this, children are at risk of spinal cord injuries. When a baby is first born, in the first few years of its life, its spinal cord is really soft and it can move just as any normal human cord or spinal cord. But when it comes to a crash and you're in a forward-facing seat, it can just snap and it's no longer attached to anything because it only takes a 1/4 inch of stretch to do this. But when your child is in a rear-facing seat, these things come out of play because it basically makes the crash happen over the whole back rather than just the neck and head area and spinal cord. So now that you know the basics of child growth and development, this will help form an understanding and importance of rear-facing seats. Rear-facing child seats are designed to protect the child's head and neck, distribute the crash forces over a large area, and prevent ejecting according to NHTSA technician course. According to the article, AAP updates recommendation on car seats for children. Benjamin Hoffman said, fortunately, car seat manufacturers have created seats that allow children to remain rear-facing until they weigh 40 pounds or more, which means most children remain in their seats till their 2nd birthday. During the crash, a rear-facing car seat cradles and moves with the child during a crash, supporting the head, neck, and pelvis. The rear-facing car seat distributes the crash forces over the entire back of the child, keeping the infant safe. It is as simple as these reasons why one recommends a child to stay rear-facing as long as possible, because it is a lot safer than forward-facing car seats. Let's go back to the picture of 1,000 words, found on Google called Brutus Bartus Buckle Up. You can see the difference in this picture, how the rear-facing, it cradles the back and everything, in which the forward-facing, the head leads and everything has to be stretched in order to keep the infants from or to keep the infant in their seats. Unlike a human adult where you can be in a regular seat, you have the physical strength of most of an ordinary crash to basically reverse this effect, when a child cannot, because their bodies are just beginning to become formed, in which their bones are softer, everything is just basically times higher. Now we have reviewed the phases of crashes, the growth and development of a child, and how rear-facing seats can help you in a crash. Please keep your kids in a seat until the minimum age of 2 years. Thank you.
Okay. We're scanning our room with our 3 participants and myself.